My name's Dale Birdwell. I'm an elevator constructor by trade. Pretty physical job. And what else? I'm 42 years old, wife and a beautiful daughter. Pretty normal guy. I was born hypospadias. If you don't know what that is, that's when you're born, everything's normal except for where you urinate out of didn't quite make it to the end, so kind of made it halfway, and that was the initial problem. I went through probably 6 surgeries by the time I was 5, and still didn't quite fix it. I mean, at least finding out later, they think they fix it, you know, right off the bat. You know, we did it, you know, it's working, but it doesn't quite work like that. You know, it didn't fix, you know, it'd be all right for a year or two, and I'd start getting the UTIs and the bladder infections, and, you know, just get sick all the time. And so when I got older, you know, when I was old enough to, you know, yell and scream myself, you know, when I wasn't a minor no more, you know, I went to looked and trying to find the best doctors for this, best doctors for that, and I thought I did, you know, do research and whatnot, and they, you know, again, they did the best they could, and it didn't quite come out right. But really is right before I got married. 1992. Just before that, I had a procedure, and the procedure, you know, was, you know, like a roto-rooter. They go in and they clean it out and, you know, do what they do. And well, come to find out, on my wedding day, the blockage closed back up. So there I was on my wedding day with not the ability to really urinate or anything else. And so it was kind of crummy, as you can imagine. But so we went ahead and got married, of course. That didn't slow us down. And we went on our honeymoon. And, you know, like I said, if you can imagine, it closed up, and, you know, so I couldn't urinate or ejaculate. So that's kind of a bummer, especially on your wedding night. But so I came back, they roto-rooted it out, and periodically that's what I would do. I would go in once a year, they'd roto-rooter it out, open it back up, the scar tissue would reform. A year later, go in, roto-rooter it out. And it was a lot of, you know, a lot of doctor's times, a lot of hospital times, and and just a real pain. So like I said, I had my daughter, and shortly thereafter, I went for my vasectomy, and I told him, I said, hey, is there anything, you know, these days that they can fix? And he goes, well, I'm not the guy, but I know somebody. And I said, well, give me his name. And it was Dr. Joel Gelman. And went home, called him, and the rest is history. I mean, it was my life's 180 degrees as far as medical visits, off medicine. I don't get sick, no more bladder infections, no more UTIs. If somebody, you know, had a child that was born hypospadias or something along the same lines as me, I would, I mean, I couldn't give him Dr. Gelman's name and number fast enough. It's life-changing. I mean, it really is.